And so this video begins where I stayed last night, the Best Western of Altoona, Georgia, right off of Interstate 75. This is my rental truck. I'm driving it, ultimately driving it back to the Knoxville airport today to drop it off at the Alamo Rental Car Center, and then I'll be walking over and picking up my car. This 4-day trip is coming to the end, but we're gonna have some fun today as we're crossing back into Tennessee. And first things first, I need some coffee. We're gonna make it a quick trip, and I believe this quick trip just opened up the best iced coffee on the interstate. They got these cool taps for you. I'm gonna do some nitro. Also, they've got hot coffee on tap too. Nitro. Yeah, Nitro was my favorite American Gladiator. Remember Nitro? Taking you back. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and I am heading home to Tennessee today. I've been on this trip for about 4 to 5 days now. I flew to Orlando, went to HHN, then traveled to Atlanta, ultimately experiencing a fun day with friends yesterday at Dragon Con. That was the pinnacle moment of this trip, and I'm very grateful I got to see my friends, got to experience that. I'm also very grateful that I have an amazing fiance who made some sacrifices this weekend so she could stay home and watch the dog. Thanks, babe. She's my greatest supporter. Chris the Girl on YouTube. If you don't know who she is, go check out her videos. Love you, babe. Thank you for making this possible. Hoping next year things will be different and we can experience Dragon Con together once again. Today, rental truck, traveling home. We're gonna see some stuff. I'm actually heading to the Creel House, the filming location from Stranger Things Season 4, where Vecna began. That is in Rome, Georgia. And also in Rome, Georgia, which I've never been to before, are some other things I want to see, some roadside attractions. There's going to be stuff along the way and then after. Thanks for always clicking on these videos, guys. I am grateful for you. I appreciate you. This has been the best several months of my life. The best thing I ever did was decide to quit my job and go full time with this channel, and I couldn't have done it without you. That's it. That's going to be the video, guys. There's much ahead. And they say all roads lead to Rome. Or today, they will lead to Rome, Georgia. I had to walk over here and check out this very nice baseball field. Actually, I think it's a softball field. Look at the turf. Home of the Chargers softball. It says it right out there in the outfield. It's really nice. It sits off of 411, which is the highway that will lead to Rome. And I stopped along Highway 411 here to get this view. Starting to get hilly, mountainous out there in Georgia. Look at that. That's about northwest. Rome, this way. And the Roman aqueducts of Rome, Georgia. Look at that in the middle of the intersection. Paying tribute to Rome. Welcome to Rome. DeSoto Theater, cool. This is Main Street, actually Broad Street here in Rome. Here is Rome City Hall. We've got a statue here before on the west side corner. I've come over here because there is a very well-known statue in front of Rome City Hall. This man right here was Admiral John Henry Towers, father of naval aviation. He's from right here in Rome, Georgia. Very cool. Looks like he was born in 1885 and passed away in 1935. The first ever crossing of the Atlantic Ocean by air. This epic accomplishment gave them international fame. In 1919, Commander Towers was the originator, along with Glenn Curtis, planner and commanding officer of the most daring and monumentous undertaking. So he is one of the first aircraft pilots of the Navy to fly across the Atlantic from right here in Rome, Georgia. That's a nice tribute. I remember in world history, we learned about Romulus and Remus, a mythical wolf giving birth and raising the two sons of Rome, right here in Rome, Georgia. there's a nice little tribute. Look at that. This was not what I was going to show you. This plaque was dedicated to the Olympic spirit shown by the citizens of Rome toward the 100th anniversary games, July 16th, 1996, when the Olympics were in Atlanta. And look, it's got the wolf there and the monument I'm about to show you. Right here, the center steps of Rome City Hall, Romulus and Remus feeding from the wolf. This statue of the Capitoline wolf as a forecast of prosperity and glory has been sent from ancient Rome to New Rome during the consulship of Benito Mussolini in the year 1929. This actually came from Rome. All right, take a screenshot. If you want it to last longer, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. But this is very well known. This very unique Roman statue that sits before Rome, Georgia City Hall. Really cool. I didn't realize it was actually made by and sent from Rome. They're in Italian, the artist, and the year 1929. I'll go around it for you. It's pretty unique. Yeah. Imagine that sitting in front of your city hall in your town. And of course, the pillars of Roman City Hall are very Roman. City Hall auditorium too. There's something going on in here today. And these columns before the door, quite large and very Roman. And right here, it seems to be just like in a lot of downtown cities in America, historic ones, they have a site tour. City Hall Auditorium, circa 1915, designed as an auditorium for administrative offices. The building also housed the Rome Fire and Police Department, which is very common in the early 19th century. All in one. Still happens, but not as often. This old Dutch looking house here on the corner of Broad Street, just very unique. It looks like it's some sort of health and wellness center. I bet that used to be some sort of a restaurant or a bank. It is really old. Might be the oldest thing sitting downtown Rome. Integrity, safety, duty, and honor. A nice memorial on the backside of Rome City Hall to the first responders of Mountain City. Must be one of the original names from around here. Look at that old stone sign up there. That used to, yeah, Mountain City number 2. That used to be above a bay door of a fire station. And you've got this firefighter in bronze with his axe. He's got his air pack on. It was really cool. They had to mold that after someone. Very realistic from a distance. It looks so real. This archway once stood proudly at the Mountain City Company number 2 firehouse. The volunteer department was founded in 1889 and was a prelude to the current Rome Floyd County Fire Department. So there you go. To the valiant few who sacrificed their lives to protect the citizens of Rome and Floyd County. Firefighter Matthew Newton Tolbert and Assistant Chief William Howard Cooper. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life at the ransom of many. Mark 10:45. And the wind picked up. Your tribute to those. So guys, the next stop right here in Rome, Georgia, we're heading to a cemetery. And this is really bizarre. Here at 4th and Broad, just noticing, just driving through this little stretch, Rome, Georgia is not a small town. It's a really nice town. I'd say mid-sized town. Very old, a lot of history, of course. Buildings are in great shape. Means people are spending money downtown around here. Long stretch of buildings down Broad Street, both sides of the street. I'd say a mile of Victorian brick, both sides. It's pretty fascinating. Check out Paula's Boutique on Broad. That place looks cool. Also, Rock and Roll Sushi sounds good. And there's a look down 2nd Avenue, more brick. And welcome to South Rome, to the Myrtle Hill Cemetery. A very well-known cemetery, known to be haunted. Also known for a very bizarre burial. And I'm here to check that out. backtracked a little bit. Cemetery, established in 1857. I'm coming through, not the main entrance, but one of the entrances here in South Rome. Just wanted to show you the gates. This is Historic Site 9, if you're following along on the website, Rome City, Georgia. We got leaf blower. This place is giving me Myrtle Hill Cemetery vibes. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Been there a couple times. Showed some Titanic survivor and non-survivor resting places. Also, that was the fictional resting place of Adrian Balboa. So at the top of the hill right here, check it out. This is the O'Neill plot. Over here you have an angel carved into that tree. That's amazing. Wow. That is so cool. And I think we're near to the resting place we're going to. Imagine being buried with your lifelong favorite stuffed animal, because someone was right here. All right, I'm looking for the Wyatt plot. Having a hard time finding it. I think I might be getting closer. We got Gibbons. Thinking of Billy Gibbons. ZZ Top. We've got Dick. Where are the Wyatts? All right, bingo. This is a beautiful cemetery. Very well kept. I see the name Wyatt over there. I'm gonna take a look in this plot. Also, I see Holmes and Wyatt. I think I see it over there. All right, so right here on the backside, just at the top of the hill, beyond the driveway, this plot right here. I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Nope, I was wrong. Not it. I need some glasses. I do see Wyatt right there in that name. Graves. All right, I'm gonna walk down here. It might be on this landing. There's a fountain down here in the middle. Check out this fountain. Really pretty. Right here on this plot. I think this might be the north side. Wow, look at this view. Having trouble finding what I'm looking for, but having no trouble at all admiring this beautiful cemetery. Wow, it goes all the way down the hill. Crazy. It's a nice breeze up here, and there's the courthouse down there where we just were. Downtown. You can hear the bells. All right, well, just about to give up. I'm not giving up. All right, so thanks to Find a Grave, I am looking for section OR lot 282, grave 10. So now I know exactly where it is. I just don't know where section OR is. I found the Hills plot. It's on a hill. Look at this. Even better view of downtown Rome. I see a Coca-Cola sign down there on the building, just beyond that bridge. I think I'm getting closer. I don't know. They had to put a danger keep off sign right here for obvious reasons. You can climb up on this tomb. Look at this. That's amazing. Beautiful. Someone had a lot of money. Really pretty up here. Very peaceful cemetery. Beautiful. Monument to a Confederate soldier at the top of this hill. We've got the tipping plot with this angel. We've also got a very sun shattered sign. Georgia Rome, Myrtle Hill Cemetery mobile app. Guys, I see Wyatt right there. This might be it. All right, I think I found it. And right before I found it, literally when I looked down, I was just looking at a text. I was texting our buddy, our pal, Mark Muncie. I know he's been out here, and he gave me a little clue. But at that same moment, I looked up, and I saw Wyatt. Shout out to Mark Muncie. Guys, welcome. We come in peace. We come respectively to the resting place of Nellie Allison Wyatt, March 22nd, 1925, perished January 30th, 2009, with a human bunny March 22nd, 1933, January 30th, 2009. So there is a woman and her childhood, lifelong friend slash stuffed bunny. And look at this. Her friend till the end. Ha ha ha. You know I had to do that. She was buried right here. Miss Nellie. With her lifelong stuffy. A very unique. I don't want to say weird because this actually happens more than you think. It's just not documented. But Nellie wanted to make sure that her childhood bunny, her lifelong stuffed friend, was noted on her headstone. Right there. I'll clean it off. Isn't that weird? Wait, I just said I wasn't going to say that. Bizarre? Respectively. Yes, it is. Your friend to the end. Just like in Child's Play. If you're looking for it, right here, I would say kind of like center from the drive. That's where I started up. I went too far north. I was looking way up in there. And thanks to Find a Grave and Mark Muncie for helping us out. The Wyatt plot. I just walked through the Wyatt 6 haunted house a couple nights ago in Orlando. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. He had a lot of family and friends in the Tampa area, which I knew. And when that went down, that was very tragic. Rest in peace. I'm glad they did a nice tribute to him. We got to experience it the other night at HHN. Be sure to check out EerieTravels.com for the Erie Travels podcast and all of the books, including their brand new book that just released last week, The Dark Side of the Smokies. Mark Muncie, that's who I'm talking about. Guys, I spent a little too much time in the cemetery. I am now going to skip one of the locations I was planning to go to today and head to the Creel House. We'll be back to Rome, Georgia. This place is cool. And we were just up on that hill. What a beautiful cemetery. Heading through downtown again. Just passing through. Alright, so now we come to the east side of Rome, Georgia. I parked right here on this side street, East 10th Street and 2nd Avenue. Right here's a sidewalk. I am on the property. You can kind of see it through the trees right there. The Creel House from Stranger Things, the filming location. I'm just gonna do this real time. There's a nice sidewalk here. Found parking right away. Rome's a busy town, but not a busy town if you know what I mean. Wow, okay, this is a bigger property than I thought. So the original name, or the name of this house, is the Claremont House, and it was built in 1882. A large Victorian mansion features distinctive architecture, intricate details, and was once a bed and breakfast before being purchased by its current owners, who allowed Netflix to film there. The house's exterior was transformed to look abandoned, so that was all just movie magic, just for the show. Welcome to season 4, the Creel House of Stranger Things. It is beautiful. It reminds me of the Haunted Mansion. Wow, there's a bunch of signs here. They obviously don't want you to approach or pull into the driveway. This is a public sidewalk though. I'm sure during Halloween this place is decked out. It's also on the national list of historic places. Okay, so that sign says private property, private residence, no trespassing. So we cannot leave the sidewalk here. Don't do it. We can look from here though. Is Vecna in there? He was. I'm sure a lot of that was a set, the interiors, and this was just the exteriors. That's typically how it goes. The New Hollywood. Georgia, right? They film so much stuff here now. It's cheaper. I heard a lot of actors recently complaining about the cost of filming stuff out in the old Hollywood in LA, and how it's just like become ridiculous. huge tax write-offs to film stuff out here. That's why they did a lot here, and they've done a lot, and they will continue to film more in Georgia. One day, it's gonna overcome. If it continues here, the amount of stuff produced here, TV, television, music, if it continues here, one day people will be like, I'm talking about like the new generation, the generation that was just born, gonna be like, Hollywood? What's that? You mean Atlanta? You mean Georgia? Think about it. We're getting old. All right, this was cool. They obviously don't want you to approach, but we can take a screenshot and make it last longer right here. Come check out the Creel House right here from the sidewalk of Rome, Georgia. I would love to stay there. Beautiful, right? Very haunting. I know why they chose it. Straight ahead, I just went around the block, down to the right, past the train tracks, and the train you're about to see, got the green light, is the Creel House. All right, you guys, here in North Rome, I did a U-ey. Check this out. I have not seen an intact Toys R Us location in many years, probably like 5 or 6. I'm thinking the last Toys R Us, the last time I was in a Toys R Us was Brandon, Florida, in circa like 2017. With the original tile, some of the sign left, the lights, the rainbow. I wonder if Jeffrey's still inside. Welcome to Toys R Us of Rome, Georgia. This is incredible. And at one time, this was a Spirit Halloween, because I was looking at the map and it said Spirit Halloween. I think the lights are on. We can take a peek inside. Oh no, it says coming soon. Spirit Halloween. Come on, guys. You gotta get set. Oh my gosh, this is, look. The lights are on. You can see inside. Look at the old floor. This is classic. Wow. You know how much money was spent at Toys R Us? All those years. Just my family. This is incredible. This is the Mount Berry Mall. Address is Rome, Georgia. Also, I see an abandoned Party City. Recently rest in peace along the way. A slightly abandoned Toys R Us. This is incredible. I just realized you could see the silhouette of Jeffrey right there. Jeffrey the giraffe was right there in sign form. You can still see the spot. This might be one of the most intact Toys R Us there is anywhere. There's the exit sign, the entrance, the rainbow. I hope this stays like this forever. If you know of another one that's more intact than this, please let me know. But it's quite amazing that pretty much only thing's missing is the sign, the cash registers, the aisles, and of course the toys. All right, give the video a thumbs up if you were a Toys R Us kid. I can remember going to Toys R Us back when Toy Story became a thing, and getting my Buzz Lightyear at Toys R Us. My aunt bought it for me for my birthday. And in that same plaza, Washington Square, near Washington Square, actually in that plaza, it's still there. The plaza's still there. The Toys R Us is not there. But in that same plaza was my karate school, Sensei Herb Johnson. Also in that plaza was Discovery Zone. Discovery Zone was like right here, and then was Toys R Us. I will never forget that spot. Some good memories. All right, folks, so I'm 174 miles to my home. I've got to go to the McGee Tyson Knoxville Airport first to drop this off and to pick up my car. I was going to do something different, but I decided to change it up. I'm going to head straight to Tennessee now. It's not over. There's still much ahead. And here's the loading dock of the former Toys R Us. Should be a lot of Halloween going through that back gate right there. Once, a lot of toys. Rome, Georgia. The most intact Toys R Us I've seen in 2025. Let me know if there's another one. Guys, I think I'm about to have the ultimate win in Rome moment. Here off of Highway 27, did another U-turn. Guys, welcome to the best of winter. Voted the best hamburger. Sam's Burger and Deli. As you can see, a flying VW bus is in our future. A closer look at it, but look at this place. Massive airplanes coming out of this hamburger stand. I've never seen anything like this before. The wings are below it, the entryway to the door. There are 2 airplanes right here. All right, this is what I call a roadside attraction. All right, when in Rome, I wasn't gonna eat until later, but I gotta have the best hamburger, right? Okay, we're gonna take a look at this and then have some food. So not only the best burger, the best Philly, the best meat and veggie plate. Maybe I should have a veggie plate. I ate pretty terrible yesterday at Dragon Con. Sam's Burger Deli. Rome is cool. There's a lot of stuff to do in Rome. That's amazing. That's maybe an old Westphalia. What a custom job. And that airplane over there is completely intact. It's the wing is going through the restaurant. And notice the wheels are propellers. They've put propellers on the wheels of the bus. Volkswagen. And the lights are on. Now, I've had my fair share with Volkswagen, but I would drive it. When I woke up at the Best Western this morning, I had no idea I would see everything you've witnessed in this video today. This video was off the cuff, and that's why I just like getting in my car, getting out there. Welcome to Rome's best home-cooked meat and vegetable plates daily. This is a Purple Heart plane. There's a Purple Heart on the door. Okay, the wings cut off there. That's pretty impressive. This place is cool. I don't know how I'm going to title this video. A lot of bizarre and unique attractions in Rome, Georgia. It's a good destination if you're looking for something to do. All right, we're heading in. This is nuts. Pool tables, cornhole. All right, it's like Epcot. Skill games. The landing gear's down. It's incredible. I wonder what it looks like inside, right? Last flight. Check it out. There's a picture of a treehouse up here. Whoa, I think this is local. This is also in Rome. There's also a lot of history over here. We got, check out the bar here. Hi. Oh wow, looks like photographs on the walls. The whole restaurant. So technically this is Armuchee, Georgia. A little north of Rome on Highway 27. Armuchee. And so the airplane is actually going through the restaurant. Look at this. That's the front out there. This is the belly. This is the tail fin. The tail fin is technically in the kitchen over there. Man, it smells really good. Welcome to Sam's. Please wait to be seated. We could do to-go orders. Looks like they got new beer, key lime pie, try our homemade ranch. Ooh, nice. Home-style chicken tenders, country fried steak, chicken and dumplings. Oh man, this is my kind of place. Vegetable plates, 2 veggies, 3 veggies, 4 veggies. There's the veggies right there. A la carte items. All right. Meatloaf. All right, this smells good, looks good. Famous Phillies chicken combos, Sam burgers, fried chicken sandwich. Oh, Chris the girl uses that word, sandwich. All right, they have the #1 voted Philly, veggie plate, and hamburger. I think I'm gonna order, I had a hamburger yesterday at the Varsity. I'm gonna order a Philly. So just placed my order, got it to go. So what I am seeing here, plastered on all of the walls here at Sam's, all of the walls are veterans. Every single one of these people on here are United States veterans. Army. And that's just this hallway right here. Plastered on the entire restaurant. That's so cool. This guy saved this guy's life. Jim Sladek, Special Forces, 1975 to 1995, and this guy was Sam Edwards. Look at that. The Sam of the hamburger stand you're sitting in was saved by that guy. That's a really cool. I got goosebumps on my goosebumps. Sam was in the Army secret agency as well. Old Spooks and Spies. And here's a photograph of Sam. 1972, promoted to corporal. Notice he has a camera in his hand. Last mission was in 2009 in Afghanistan. Maybe Sam knew Tom Savini, because Tom Savini was a photographer in the Vietnam era. All right, so Sam was in the Army Security Agency, Secret War in Vietnam. And here's a book advertised here that you can purchase. And let's see, the authors are right there. So the Secret Service, Secret Agency of the Army. I honestly didn't know that was a thing. There's Sam Edwards right there, working on the landing gear of his new Gulfstream jet that will become part of Sam's Burger Deli. And there it is right there. It's a Gulfstream jet. A diner gets its wings. Rome News Tribune. And what a great find. Got my Philly to go, got my half and half tea, Sam's Burger Deli. Let's try the food. I'm gonna eat it from my truck. It is Roadside. Winter Philly chicken dinner. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's so hot, so fresh. I got homemade onion rings and their signature, as said, homemade ranch dressing. I'm gonna take a bite. I said I was gonna eat healthier today, and I obviously lied. Driving this 2025 GMC Sierra reminds me that I'm a large creature of a man, and this is so comfortable. My car is very comfortable, but this is a lot of room. Maybe what? Oh man, it's so hot I can't even pick it up. Ooh, that tastes good. Got some of the ranch too. While that cools down, I'm gonna try one of the onion rings. Had the onion rings yesterday at the Varsity. Wow, those are great. Best onion ring I've had in 2 days. Nicest way I can say it. No offense to the Varsity. All right, I'm gonna try to take a bite. It's so hot, so fresh. The bread looks really good. You can see the melted cheese. Looks like mozzarella. Maybe American. Oh, wow. Holy crap, Sam. I feel like I'm in Philadelphia. I've said that twice today. That thing is good. Whatever the seasoning they put on that, really good. Fresh grilled chicken, seasoning, cheese, caramelized onions. I will be back to you, Sam's. I look forward to trying the burger. Wow. Real lot of food. I'm gonna eat it on the go. I finished that whole thing, guys, and that was stupid good. It wasn't anywhere as close as greasy as what I ate yesterday at the Varsity. Very fresh food. 150 miles to the McGee-Tyson Knoxville Smoky Mountain Airport. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Not a bad drive to Knoxville. Now this is Georgia. Starting to get hilly. Appalachia coming at you. Guys, 3 months ago, until the day, May 31st, myself, my fiance, and my dog were standing right before this sign. This was the day we moved 3 months ago. Gosh, it's been a rush. Was that 3 months ago? It feels like 3 years ago. It feels like yesterday. A lot has happened since we moved here to Tennessee. And man, has it been amazing. Better than expected. Loving it. It's been an amazing time. And I'm really looking for the weather to change and experience colder weather and seasons. It's been a while since I did that. I grew up in Indiana, so I'm used to extreme cold weather. Tennessee, a little bit of both. A little right in the middle. So, yeah. 3 months ago, babe, we were right here. All right, get this. I am averaging almost 25 miles per gallon on this giant truck. My car, loved by Subaru, gets anywhere from like 29 to 33. That is amazing gas mileage for this giant truck. Now, when I picked up the car the other night, I got a great deal. I wasn't originally supposed to rent this at the airport. I was going to rent somewhere else after Dragon Con. They put this thing on sale for $100 a day, so this is costing me like $202. If I were to reserve, or would I have got like a normal car, it was $392 for 2 days. So they were trying to get rid of this truck, and I tell you what, that was a steal, because I just saved $192, and I'm not going to pay very much at all for gas. Gas in Tennessee right now is averaging $2.50 a gallon. Made it to Knoxville, just before the airport area, couple exits back, fueling up at this Casey's. $2.58 a gallon. Let's see how much gas I used the last couple days. Just hit 12 gallons. It's got a big tank. I'd say it's got a 30-gallon tank. Used about a half tank. Should be stopping around 15. Someone's probably correcting me if I'm wrong. So far, not too bad for a full-size truck. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. I was pretty close. So I spent less than $40 on gas. Went over 200 miles. These things are getting really good gas mileage nowadays. Really cool mural on the back side of this Casey's here. Very classic. I like the little dog there. Reminds me of Bella. Who I'm about to see. It says Tennessee on the back of that Woody wagon. Deja vu, I did this a week ago. Returning from Las Vegas. Was it a week or 2 ago? Feels like a week. Maybe 2. I can see my car! I feel like I've done this before. Made it! She purrs! Get the motor running. Time to get home. $55. Not too bad. And just like that, we made it home. There she is, Bella. Just reunited with Bella and Chris the girl. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching and sticking to the end. Gonna keep this kind of short at the end. I made it home way before dark. That wasn't a bad drive. Had I driven straight from the Atlanta area, it would have been 3 hours. That's it. Even closer to Dragon Con now. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. See you guys. See you very soon.